the form should be Clinoptilolite. And I'll tell you why we pioneered with Clinoptilolite. There was two different forms of zeolite. By the way, zeolite's a family of minerals. There's over 100 different types of zeolite. It's a family name. So there are some specific types. There's something erionite, which is toxic to humans. And that's still a type of zeolite. But the form that we chose was Clinoptilolite, and here's why. There was multiple studies done at universities between morganite and Clinoptilolite. Both were showing benefits for humans. However, the morganite actually has a crystalline structure. And we believe that after taking it over long term, it would wear down the esophageal and stomach linings, and it might create issues later on. Clinoptilolite is not crystalline, and so we used that form to specifically go with to make sure that it could be used in a long-term basis without negative side effects. Now, Clinoptilolite, I'll explain that there's different purities and things like that. I like to say it like this: if you have spring water and you have swamp water, both are still water, which would you rather drink? Same thing with Clinoptilolite zeolite. There are commercial uses for it, and there's very low purity levels of that as well. As a matter of fact, that's what that MLM got sued for by the distributors. They were only using a 50% purity. Ours is 94%. That is confirmed by a expert in zeolite. A geological university lab is what we use to confirm the purity of our product. So the Clinoptilolite we have in a powder, we do it in capsules, and then of course you've seen liquids as well. The liquids are very small amounts of zeolite. Our detox is a lot more than what those liquid products are in the market. Like I said before, that's a good convenience product, an introduction to zeolite, and kids seem to like that as well if it's flavored, and a good start for that. The capsules are formulated, it's zeolite, but it's formulated with different things for specific purposes, but that because there's other things formulated in it and because they're encapsulated, it ends up being more expensive to produce, so it ends up being a little more money, higher cost. The zeolite powder itself, or zeolite pure, is just the zeolite, and it's not formulated with anything else, and that is much more economical and cost effective at a pure per gram cost.